Okay, greetings, brothers and sisters, and welcome to our Sabbath study today, the 7th of February in the year 2027, where Brother Keagan will continue on the study on herb identification and their properties, where he will also go into the terminologies for these herbs. And so before we go into that study, we will invite Brother Keagan Banda to give us the prayer thought and the opening prayer. And then we shall resume, Brother Keagan.
Last time we looked at from Hebrews, but the one from Hebrews is similar to the one in the Psalms 104 verse 14. So we can read the same one from Psalms 104 verse 14. It is just a reminder, 104 verse 14. Mr. Mnalula, we are looking at the prayer thought, Psalms 104 verse 14. Okay, so it begins, says, He, God, causeth the grass to grow for the cattle. He, God, the He is referring to God, says, God causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and the herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. That he may bring forth food out of the earth. Okay, so with this, we're going. Our Father, which art in heaven, we thank you for today, the Sabbath, today in which you told us to keep the Sabbath day holy. And today you want to give us the study pertaining to herbs, that herbs were intended for the service of man, but in the beginning herbs were not added as the diet of man in Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. But because man began to deteriorate and because man sinned, he needed service and maintenance. That's the reason, O Master Redeemer, you added herbs to his diet as well. O Jesus Christ of Nazareth, may you help us to learn all these herbs so that we continue to maintain our lifespan. Because you tell us saying that man shall live, the lifespan of man shall be 75 or 80, but in struggling. In more struggling, O Lord, man shall live 120. O Jesus Christ of Nazareth, may you help us to learn all these that you intend us to learn so that we continue to maintain these. We do pray with thanksgiving in our hearts. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so I hope now when you went through this, you started identifying the plants on the street. Like you go and begin to see them. Like this one, asthma plant, is very common plant. Just mallow also. Okay, so African basil. African basil is the one from what do you call, from the Chewa side we call worm seed as the loena. So this is African basil or basil. Don't know, depending on the how people pronounce these words. But this is from the Bemba side. They'll say this is loena. Okay. See, it smells like Vicks. Okay. See, basil, as long as they are seeds. Basil. So the goodness of basil here, basil is used. Let me read for you. So basil, you can use it for gases. Here, the action. Okay, so is it a stimulant? So you can use it for stimulating the body, also carminative, proliferative. We needed to look at these terms. I think today we're going to look at them. Okay, so in short, basil, you can use it for the nerves, to stimulate the body, for gases. You can use it also for fever, okay, and in bronchitis. It is a respiratory medicine, meaning it works for the respiratory system. The respiratory system, we mean the bronchial tube, the alveoli, the chest, or any issues to do with mucus and everything. The elimination method that we use through breathing, okay, that is the respiratory system. So this one is very good for that. So others, they use, those who know that Luena, others, they use it very much for steam inhalation, for Fitikira. So they would get, oftentimes, whenever a person has a fever or whichever sickness, they would get them and put them in hot water and do what you call Fitikira. But again, Fitikira in Africa, we were doing more of steam chair sweat, not really Fitikira. We're not doing for the head. You can agree with me, the Fitikira method of Africa is to get the blanket and cover your entire body. So you sweat the entire body. Okay. But the steam inhalation, it is just the head. Then you're inhaling the steam. Okay. But this were what do you call steam chair sweat. Today in Russia or in the Western world, they call it steam chair sweat. And they machines that a person would buy and they sit in it and connect it to power. Then you steam your body. They've made such machines. They are selling them. Okay, and others, they just a room. Then you enter in that room, you lock yourself into that. Then they turn on that steam. Then you'll be exfoliating, or you'll be heated in that room so that you sweat. Those are the methods. But in Africa, we're using this plant, Luena, which in Bembaland, they call it Luena, but is the African basil. The Indians, the holy basil, they use it a lot. They prefer holy basil to African basil. African basil is some form of purple. It's purple. Okay. So the Indians, they dedicate this to their idols and their prayers. So whenever they are staying at a place, they will have a shrine where they will plant the holy basil round, and they plant the holy basil round about their house, and also where there's a shrine. That's what they do. Then they pray there. They dedicate these what do you call flower to their idols of God. The Indians, and spice. It can also be used as a spice. Others who have gases, especially blood type B, those who have complaints of digestion, especially in the night, they take tea in the evening. Every evening tea of basil, or an infusion of basil every evening, it will help you with digestion. And there's another part which I almost forgot. There's the other name of basil, they call it from India. They sell them, or basil seed. But if you look for basil seed, you'll not really find it. but they call it tucumaria. Tucumaria, these seeds, the seeds of basil, is very good for gases as well. Okay, tucumaria seed. And the fungal issues, essential oil or antifungal, okay, seeds, hypoglycemia. Also, those people with low sugar, tucumaria is very good with those people with low sugar index. Okay, here, seeds, tucumaria seeds, hypoglycemia. Okay, that is low sugar, hypoglycemia. Okay, and also it is used in the treatment of leukorrhea. Leukorrhea is a white discharge of females. Vijava white vimachoka maningi. Okay, you can use the seed of this basil to treat leukorrhea, okay, and other diseases of genital system. Okay, so any issues to do with the genital system or the urine, you soak them like chia seeds. So you soak them overnight, and in the morning you drink the water through the seeds of this tucumaria.
What's the quantity of seed?
It's a teaspoon. You soak overnight. Okay. That is tucumaria. So I hope I'm not confusing you by saying tucumaria, because that's the common name the Indian. That's it. They'll pass you seat. They'll just write tucumaria seat. So when you go on the net, that's when now you'll be able to find to know that they are talking about passive. Okay. This is the thorn apple or datura. This one is very, if you've seen a lot of what you call spiritual movies, where the Chinese, that is from India, they talk a lot on this one, datura. Okay. So datura seed is very common. So let me discuss what it works. I'll not read down. I'll just be telling you anyway, so that you'll be understanding. The seeds of the atropine. This datura is an atropine medicine. Those who did pharmacy, they understand what I mean. The meaning they take it to lose water. A lot of drugs for what? For BP, they make people to lose saliva, dry in the mouth. This one, it also works like that. But when you look at it as well, you have dilation of the pupil. The pupil dilates. If you just look at it like this, the pupil begin to dilate. There's the plant. Yes, the plant. The pupil dilates. Okay. They say it's a noxious one. Don't touch it. If you, they just scare you anyway. There's a dosage on it. So if a person takes it in a large dose, because the dosage is a pinch, 1/8 of a teaspoon. So if you exceed a pinch, you're gone. This is it's a more, what do you call? It's more if, you know, people are scared of marijuana, or what do you call this one? What is this? Codeine. This one is exceeds. So I don't know. In codeine, they put what you call opium, but this one in nature exceeds that in terms of dosaging. So if a person is the what you call it is anti-sorcery as well. So if you give, there's a time when I gave someone who has asthma, but she was that is I stay in Marapodi. So in Marapodi we have a lot of people that are what, you know, Bamzim, Israel people. So this one, asthma prophesied, she says. So she wanted medicine for asthma. This is the base for asthma. So it gave her this. So when she took her spirits, those my spirit people, they went. she got upset. She stopped using it. But asthma, she became okay. Then she called me later on, saying she wanted it again. Again, she didn't come. So this is very good for asthma, but you follow dosaging. It's a pinch, a pinch. They are mixing it with turmeric and lemon crystal. If you mix, because it makes you dry in the mouth. So if using it with lemon crystal or lemon, lemon stimulates saliva. You know how lemon. So it will help to agglutinate vima mucus vija. This one is very good for that. Okay. For social conditions and the problems. So how you can use it, the tuma seed here, the seed, they are used also, these seeds, but you don't chew exceeding 5, the tuma seed do. They look like black seed, but they are not black seed. You can't chew exceeding 5. So they are using it for premature ejaculation. Males, they would get these seeds and cloves. So they get 5 and okay, this, the seeds for this. Also for coughs, it will be very good for asthma, bronchitis, and the difficult coughs. This one is used. So the seeds are more, what do you call? They are more effective than the leaves. So meaning that the seeds, the dosaging of the seeds, they should be less compared to the leaves. Okay. Yeah, the flowers also are. So this, so the seeds are more, they need flowers than the leaves. The root is also used. Root is used for those people with epilepsy or fits or funta. They use but this was shared, and this is sharing.
You can go on your phone, you just open the study, then you go to Thorn Apple or Jura, then you'll be able to, yes.
Okay.
I shared this one to everyone. So for those online, they are able to see it because it is shared. But for you, you pay to, you've seen it, yes. So now you go to Thorn Apple. So we are on Thorn Apple, so you'll be able to follow through there.
Okay. So it's very wonderful when you know this plant, because if you use it for like the root, you're using it for people with bofunda, bafuna kuba banabaloba or banafunda chape. You're using the root. You discover that they're becoming normal, the root of this.
Yeah, this is what I'm appreciating, Brother Keagan. When you are saying the roots, so briefly just tell us what you do, what quantity, because you are saying quantity matters with this plant. So
okay, the root most of the time, like the Indian, they would boil it in milk, so that they dilute the
poison.
Yes, the poison. But if you're doing, you just boiling, you give, if you just put most of the roots in decoction in water, you boil them, meaning the dosaging should be a teaspoon of that liquid. So it's once.
Okay.
Once. So if you do like you exceed, the more gonna like the whole day. Slept or sleep the whole day. This one is very yeah. So that's how it is. But with me, how I do it is like this. I get the seed, I'll get the root, then boil. I'm sorry, I do hydrosol. Hydrosol is the water that comes, you get the medicine, then the water that comes from the process of distillation. Ija yahima chukera full kachasu ija. That is my kachasu. My here, you haven't fermented them. It's the root. So you are boiling. So then you are using a distiller, or you are using the distillation method. Distillation method, if you don't have a distiller, you can just get a pot. Get a pot where you've put the roots you've put. Then you put maikamo, something like a mbari mkat in the pot. Then you get another basin pamwamba where you come put on. Then you make the lid, that lid basin where you put water. Then you tilt it to where you want the steam then to be dropping in that plate. So that's how I gather this. So gather the distillate, okay? Yes, the steam, which they call it or hydrosol. Because hydrosol is a mixture of the oil. Because in there you see there's the oil and the distilled or the steam which has condensed, which is the distillate. Then it will be the hydrosol. Then dosaging, it will be just a teaspoon. Mostly they have to take per night, nocturnal. Okay, on nocturnal. That's what they call it, wazungu. Okay, so this one I've discussed enough. Huh? Any questions on the datura or Fonapo?
Yeah, still on the people that were maybe exhibiting mental sickness. You are saying you give them 1 teaspoon per night. So like for how long?
If they are complying, it doesn't take a long time. It takes the progress they see in the same the actual day, because they will see that they will not talking, not be violent. Okay, then if we see this is in case they are complying, because there's one that I like would give. This one is not complying. The what do you call that? Would sense wakampasa za vita but yakama unavailable. Okay, so the parents, they've continued to take for such chan, but there's a time now when a licensing akutewa hii kamukwala ama mpasa time drink or akaona akamufensing ama mpasa wamikira mu simu. Yes, that's what they do. But that child is just then the friend ever naenda namba kunyamula na vintu mu street. All these are SDs I'm talking about. So there are issues like that, but there are others that if they are complying, very much complying, you discover that they will be cured in less than 1 month. Okay, especially if it is starting. Especially if it is starting. Okay. So here, even the action, they'll tell you sedative. So even in China, those people who've been in China, they know. They give them, yes, okay, they give them sedative because they give them cerebral depressant. So we don't know where they get, but as we should have the knowledge of how do you handle such cases. This datura, or instead of using opium or heroin or other things, we can use nature to handle such cases. Understand? Okay. So indicated with depressant drugs. Why contraindicated? It's because it will be worse when someone is taking like Mkoroba Chainama. Understand? It's overdosaging, so it is contraindicated.
Yeah, because when I look at this leaf, I relate it to what is on the timely greetings. Look at it. Look at the picture again. See, look. Especially this one. You see that they look similar to those on the timely greetings. Yes. So I was wondering. Today you did not bring any, so we look at them closely. Yeah.
And I did bring
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't it, Bramelo, when you look at this one? The same datura.
Okay, so it is also things to do with the bow is also very good for that. So you can help with those people who are we should check choleric people, jaundice people, and other Indians. They use it for almost all diseases when you read this. But the problem is that people are scared to use it because when they go on the net they'll scare them. On the net they'll scare them because they'll tell you saying don't touch. They sleep the whole day. Oh, but there's a time when I gave someone didn't know how to use it. So he went to, that was Soweto, went to Soweto. So he gave some woman, I don't know, that child was suffering maybe from bronchitis or mucus of stuff, I don't know. So anamchao wanapasa mwana wao ja anamwa na kufenta anauka pora.
Oh, but it doesn't kill.
Doesn't what is this? What can you say?
No, my question is when
If you a lot, you feel a lot. It's a lot.
wow.
It's a lot. That's the reason here. When we discuss HEB, there are medicines that you have to dosage. Whether you like, you make a mistake in dosaging, you are gone. Mistake in dosaging, you can't die. That's with the John. That's the reason in these drugs. Drugs, they have to make sure that they are dosaging because all of them are poisonous. Yes, you have to put a dosage. And also these plants, there are plants that last time I even gave an example saying milky bush, it's medicinal to those people that know how to use it. Okay? But if you don't know how to use it, don't touch it. Right? So yes, don't touch it. If you don't know how to use it, don't touch it. Even this, if you don't know how to use it, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's only for the professionals that use this plant. You see, so it says the tropine alkaloids are similar to those found in Atropa belladonna. Belladonna, you know, so it's very chan. Hycin is 5 times as active as atropine in producing mydriasis, but its main use is in anti-motion sickness drug and in combination as a sedative. So even in these, the ones that make drugs, they know what I don't know if they put the same because they will not tell you the dosaging. I mean the ingredients of the medicine that they give. They will not tell you. Black nightshade. Black nightshade, we talked about it. We are told to Madan to Mabola. But in Pabu, you know, children they like eating the tuma fruits. Even me, I like eating them. You know? Black nightshade did not disable. Black nightshade. Tena kama titumkara fu titantoa njoka.
Children like to eat a lot because most of the children, when we were children, we used to eat to save.
Oh, to save, even the leaves are rough. These,
yes,
they are rough. So those are used for coughs and memory. These ones are very tuma mera mera, so unaweza tikatuona tiopa palinjoka tikatuona tikakaona tikaplant tikakula, so tiona tikalinjoka tenzo kama maybe tenzo pa kutudie tenzo pa, because me when I learned them I started eating them. They are very good. Give a child, also a child will like eating them. I think we learned this one first time. Okay, I don't know why you didn't talk much on that word. Did you talk? I think I discussed it, but I didn't discuss deep. Especially when I'm not reading, then I'm discussing a plant, I can discuss it deeper than reading. I think that's a disadvantage. Okay. So this one is used as a sedative, also a diuretic and a laxative. Okay. So it's also used for cirrhosis of the liver, meaning liver ikambokudieka. So yes. Yes, it's a version of one. Yes, it can grow up to 1 meter. It doesn't grow a lot. Okay. So I think I discussed this one, saying we can make a potis quick up my Ebola, gout and other things, diarrhea and liver conditions. Okay, goatweed. If you goatweed, very common. You know this one? Okay. Goatweed.
Goatweed, is it what the members call kapurambushi? Goats love to eat.
Yes, you love it.
Oh, because the certain brother Kashimoto was there, akapurambushi. Yeah, he says akapurambushi. So oh, and this is seeing this one in pictures.
Goatweed.
Weed.
Okay. Okay, so this one is anti-inflammatory. It is also antibacterial and antifungal. And the septic, I don't know what this one is. So anti-inflammatory, is against inflammation. Antibacterial, meaning it's against, it kills bacteria. It kills bacteria. Then antifungal, it kills fungus, those fungal, what do you call, the fungal infection. So it will help you with that. This one, the dosaging, you shouldn't worry because it's not noxious. Ungavidye vonse ungagemo yonse malivzi oluyambiri bwanji. It's not noxious. And the village people, if a goat eats something, it means it's what? Edible. It means a human being can what? Can eat. Yes. That's how they used to know. If a goat or a bird eats something. Pardon? No, you narrate that story.
Oh, yeah, it's a funny story that it's discovered opium. What normally used to happen is that somebody at the farm where opium was growing. So when he takes his animals towards a certain kind of grass, He discovers that they would be able to behave well. But the moment they go and chew opium, then the whole animal behavior changed. They started behaving strangely. So people now started saying, if this is what they behave. So even people now started testing. They found that they were getting high. Yeah, so that's how people tend to tell the story that it is goats that discovered opium. Mm. And at how the story went further, but I'm not say at the more is it when they drink water they become more high? Yeah. Yeah. So. Mm.
Is that like for instance catnip? Did I discuss catnip? The one for children they take it's medicine for all children, but it's catnip. The cats are the ones that like nipping it. So when they are stressed, you're depressed. If you're growing catnip, pachani pan, so you discover a lot of cats. You know, like all animals actually they like specific, even chickens. Others say chickens don't. Yes, grass. So yes. There's a time when they eat. Don't know, maybe when they are sick or when they are low, they'll just go and eat some herb. The dogs or even all these which we call them carnivorous animals. What do you call
Herbs.
herbs? Yes. Maybe for therapy, for maintenance. Beggar stick. Beggar stick, we know it. Maitana kanunka. Eh? Kanunka. Timadia imaningi. Vantu ngoma apanga mkwara wa blood or BP. Kanunka. Beggar stick. Taiziba. Eh? Okay. Beggar stick, because they are this to matic you to that to bwera tukakwera so tunataka tu wakapokola. Beggar stick. They are also medicinal wakapokola to not. Okay. So we use it for blood boosting. Ati? Sindio kanonka nini? Ndio blackjack guy, beggar stick. Ndio blackjack. We're discussing the same one. So this one, a certain woman, I was wondering, she uses this for muntu. So there's a time when she was booked to hospital. Muntu so she would get this, then get my leaves there and put, then she's a sucking you. Not to be that wafina, she's a wafina. Sucking machani. What do you call vija vimanzi vimankara muchi bora. Then if the person continues to put there chipora without a scar. So even you see here the action here, it's applied on the ulcers and swollen glands. So this one is very effective on those on the swollen issues and ulcers. Or you just use the beggar's stick leaves, the leaves particularly. Use the leaves of a beggar stick. Most of people they use it for BP deals. Okay, but people eating on bokum. But this is a bonus where you will use it on a video. Wokupia ma ulcers na swollen glands. It's a bonus.
I'm sure Brother Gift Sawa will benefit greatly because he is living close to nature. Walidde okwo kanunka mwaliishibwa bwino walidde okwo.
Okay. Gallant soldier. This one was my favorite because it's called Gallant Soldier. But I tried to use it on wounds. It wasn't as effective as described. Okay, but it's used very much on the cuts. Small cuts you can use Gallant Soldier. You get the leaves and put on the as a poultice on the small cuts. It will be very effective. They exaggerated to say it works on wounds, very on wounds. It wasn't as very effective. Gallant Soldier, you know it? Huh?
You are saying Gallant or Gali?
Gallant Soldier. This is that's a name. Yeah. Gallant Soldier. Okay, so this is but the common name is Gallant Soldier. Okay, so you've seen here even how they say it says when rubbed onto the body, the plant is used for treating stings, and other skin inflammation. It's used for that. So you can use this for rubbing on the body. Yes. You rub on the body like you get these, a lot of them, then muntu anyereza tupi mumurabbing out. You don't pay attention to nature. These are a lot outside. This one is you see it, yeah? They put here. Let me check the name here. Put family. C. Because this one, okay. So there's a difference between the pot marigold and the calendula. They look alike. So calendula and pot marigold. This one is pot marigold. The pot marigold is outside. Sort of it. It's a lot there. It's used for skin issues and for menses and other issues. Get the flowers. They use it for mala also as well. Pot marigold. It's the outside. I think I saw it there somewhere here. The pot marigold. So the whole plant is used in bronchitis, treatment of rheumatism. Also, the flowers are used for alterative. Juice used for bleeding powers. The leaves styptic, applied externally to balls and the capicles, and florets. The menagugu meaning it can start menses. If the menses have gone, you can use the leaves of this of the marigold, pot marigold, to start the menses or period. Call them period. It's also used for diuretic, meaning you can pee a lot when taking this to cleanse the kidneys. Okay, it's used for vermifuge. I think this vermifuge is fever or something. For fevers, the flowers give. Okay, let me not read this one. So pot marigold for skin issues, pimples, and other things, you can use pot marigold. You just get the flowers, you make or you infuse them in olive oil. You pound and infuse them in olive oil. It will be good for the skin as well. Pot marigold. So it is local and also it's exotic. You've seen pot marigold. It's a local one and also exotic. Nutgrass, the Chinese, this one is also called tiger nut. The Chinese use it a lot, especially for prostate problems, epididymitis issues to do with the male reproductive system or the female reproductive system. But in the female reproductive system, I don't know though, I've never used it, but when I read here, I discovered that nutgrass, they're also using it for family planning. Nutgrass, this one. Mwekumbuka utu tumauzi ukachosa patuka tumisha pansi.
I've seen this one.
Eh, abechude, kuchude.
No.
Bechu, you mwashe mashe. Eh. To eat. This is nutgrass. Okay. So now the Chinese, they package it very well for prostate issues. Listen, when we were renting a certain house in Karushi, Pajapayad, we used to have it a lot. We used to have these a lot. Manje hapo manje kaidi bantu wafuna manje mata mapeva nzima chani. So we have contributed to denature this. So we have less grass. We have just Bermuda grass, Kochkara grass, ijati grass bwanji yazani. Simba grass, hivi tuona full very useless. Tunatosa. This in the grass family, when it comes to medicine, this is number one, not grass. They call it tiger nut. Tokola so chabe so mukatuona so then mukatunyola muona muzaona kuleza kuchoka kunsi kuchoka tumashaba. Okay. Tushaba, yes.
Nice. Not too sharp. Nice.
Depend about it. I want to remove this. Okay. So yeah, not the grass. Yes, are you able to see the screen? How many people are online? Yes, the Mark Boran, are you able to see the screen? Sister Wumba.
Oh yes, I'm able to see. I'm able to see.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so here it tells you saying the action is a carminative, meaning it's against gases, astringent, meaning it binds the tissues, is anti-inflammatory, it is rheumatic, meaning it's against rheumatism, it's a hepatoprotective, meaning it's against liver problems, it protects the liver, it makes you pee, antipyretic. I've forgotten what this one means. Then analgesic, meaning it's against pain. Hypotensive, meaning it can work for those people with low BP. Low BP, then emenagugu, meaning it can promote menses to start. And in turn, it works for the nervous system. So those people with the numbness, nervous issues, or stroke. So this one, you use it for the nerve tonic. For intestinal problems, indigestion, stool, diarrhea, dysentery, vomiting, and fever. Also as the hypocholesterolemic drug and in obesity. So low bowel production. This one is used for that as well. So also is used for dysuria, difficult in peeing, okay, rheumatism, peporosis and obesity. Okay. Because this one we only had these. Okay. Diuretic, analgesic, I think I've read this one. The dosaging, yeah, they use 3 to 6 grams powder. That is the rhizome or the nut. Then decoction, you can do 20 to 30 mils decoction. We brought 2. Okay, same one. This is a tuber. I think we did 2. This one and that one, they are the same. So I think I put them 2. Okay. The juice is taken for treating ulcers of the mouth and gums. Tiger nut is used in debility and as a nerve tonic. Okay. So you use it for flatulence. Flatulence is gases, colic, diarrhea, dysentery, and the indigestion issues. Okay, and also it promotes menstruation. It's the same as above. Okay, this is the same one. Tiger nut and the what? And the nut grass, they're the same. Now Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass, this we know it. Huh? Bermuda grass. Actually, all grass is medicine. If you don't know.
Yeah, also Kashimoto, remember, promoting grass.
So Bermuda grass, the action says the grass is repaired as the remedy in epistaxis. Yeah, that is yours. Hematuria, inflamed tumors, weight loss, fleshy, and the excrescence. The cat's woods, bleeding bowels, cystitis or cyst, nephritis, and other scabies conditions. Okay, so grass is medicine. Mubiwona chemozi what nisakira munkwala ndibe munkwala but muna mauzu but sedi mutenge aja mauzu mublende mumwe mwadwala magasezi olo muna kidini mfuno flashing a kidini mutenge mauzu panza mu grinding mupange mumwe zaenda ku pharmacy ku chemist mwendo gula munkwala. Okay. But muzawona mbuzi zambokudya ineja grasi, ng'ombe orogaro ikadwala izambokudya mauzu mini yati. Okay. But us we don't do that. Yeah, not because the animals they know nature, you know that. They know plants. Which is called wiregrass. Wiregrass, we know it. Salt. Okay. Also, this is medicine. Wiregrass. Okay. So it's used for stomach issues, stomach ache, fever, and for cleaning the kidneys as well. Okay. So meaning that the grass family, they are similar in working. Okay. Except tiger nut. Tiger nut, it is special because there's a nut underneath. Okay. But this one, if you want to cleanse your blood, you want to cleanse your kidneys, you want to cleanse your bowel, your liver, use this grass. It's not always that you would make what you call tatengawiti, takushangawiti, takulisa mauzi ya witi, tambokuma mauzi ya witi. Mauzi yamene yalipanja. Blender tambokuma mkwala. Especially Bermuda grass, what you call tiger nut, and the what you call wiregrass.
Them it's blending.
Yes, you blend it to be more therapeutic, because in blending you will not kill any vitamin. But if you want to boil, yes, they will work, but you denature all the
Yeah,
water.
that's the trouble, because that's the only way I've ever used any of the grass that I was given. Yeah, so you find that we used to boil them, and then you drink say blending, then it means we have to, so you just like strain the.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
you blend.
So but when blending, you add a little water.
Yes,
Yeah.
you add a little water. You
Okay.
add a little water, and it will be very nice, and even effective. It will even work very effective. Just like the way those who've used wheatgrass, how effective wheatgrass is, they will be able to see. Because wheatgrass we don't boil, we blend. Okay, that's what we do. You see that? Okay. Questions and contributions now on this one, so that we go to herbal technology.
You can come in.
Pardon?
Don't beverage. Once you got the prepare by blending, you drink on an empty stomach. How do you take that one?
Mostly you have to take on an empty stomach an hour or 30 minutes before you eat. So what is it? Especially the one for boiling, it will be not as effective. So you shouldn't drink the entire cup. Amavera, the chlorophyll is concentrated. If chlorophyll is concentrated, it will be the body will be in a shock, because it wasn't taking the alkaline food very much. Understand? Like the time when I drank wheatgrass, I took the entire cup, namvera mchest. Baba maningi. Kairi tupi isezena zaida kunumwa vajani, vija green, a lot of chlorophyll. Okay. So you have to begin with a small dosage of it. Maybe you first drink 100 mils, or even 50 mils. Then you go as if you put yourself on that, especially the people that fast. I tell them, don't fast, don't on an empty stomach. Don't do that. Okay, because fasting, the first day, the body will begin to use the glycogen. Glycogen is the reserved sugar or glucose energy, which was deposited in the liver and the skin. It will begin to use that. So you think, okay. And if that reserved energy was the useless food that we used to eat, it's what the body is using. Number two, day two, you discover that now the body to stop, it will go to the fats. The reserved fat, it has finished the glycogen. It will go to the reserved fat. So if the reserved fat was useless fat that you used to put, that's what it is. So now when you are not fasting on an empty stomach, you are taking maybe fruits or greens, chlorophyll. The body will use the chlorophyll to be replenishing, because the cells die. So it is replacing those cells that are dying with good, what do you call, phytochemicals. Phytochemicals is the nutrients which are found in plants. Okay. So you have to do that. You have to, if you are cleansing, because you want to replenish the cells that are dying with good fuel. That's like your vehicle. When you are flushing, you are cleaning, servicing your vehicle, removing all the, what you call, the grease and everything from the what. You have to replenish it with what? Good oil. Okay. That's what we do. So if you're fasting, put yourself, maybe you are fasting just on the greens, you're fasting. So your body is replenishing, it's even helping you to remove those toxins which are in the body. Or you choose, I'll just go on the fruit fasting. Basically that. Okay, you can share the other one. Any more questions?
Okay, so any questions as we are trying to share now the one on names of these so we understand what some of the terms that have been used so far. Okay, any questions? So let me see if I can quickly share that. For those online, please feel free to just unmute yourself and speak.
You are there, you left it.
Oh, okay. I thought it's
You are closer with the nut.
yeah, at the African one.
The African and Indian at the same time.
I thought you sent it to the yeah. Okay, there we are.
Are you able to see that? Hello? Hello? Those online, are you able to see the screen? And you should tell me what is on it, what is on the screen. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, I'm able to see. Hello?
Yes, what?
I'm able
Yes,
to
yes.
see which says able terminologies, actions, categories, energetics.
Flavors and properties. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So here there are a lot of plethora of plants to learn about. There are a lot of them. Okay, not to mention herbal history, how the body works, can things. Because when you go in this world of herb, there's a lot of things to learn. Okay, so let me go in the herbal terminology according to alphabetical order. That is from A. If you noticed when I was presenting, like would to say, okay, the wiregrass is diuretic. What does it mean, diuretic? Or most people hospital like laxix your makeup is a diuretic, they will know. So this is what we mean herbal terminology. Okay, or abortive, ichiri abortive is a terminology, so meaning ingachose mimba hai malemba ti abortive, then mukwala kama not kumwa ili abortive, it means ichosa jani mimba, can cause what? Premature abortion of the that is what it is. Medicine that are abortive, that so here number A, abortifacient or abortive. This is causes premature abortion of the embryo. Examples are pennyroyal, aloe vera, sandalweed. So these ones, sorry, sandalwood, sandalweed.
So you open then you can go to WhatsApp, you open I shared two links from Brother Keagan's lesson. So the first one, which is written table terminologies is the one that we should open, because the one that we were looking at is the African
Herb.
African herb is the one that has pictures. So let us open that link. We actually opened it. So that's where now Brother Keagan is telling us that we are going to learn herbal terminologies. Yeah.
Naruda.
No. Come with your phone. I show you. Now on top of that one, there are two links that were shared.
Herbal terminology.
Herbal terminology is the first one. They just followed each other. Did I share? Did I not?
Okay. So then,
or maybe instead, let me just
share this.
Okay, no, let me just share to everyone. Maybe in case I didn't do that.
Okay, so abortifacient or abortive, that term means causing premature abortion of the embryo. So the herbs that have such caution or contraindicated in such situations, penroyal, aloe vera, and sandal wood that give. There are many more. Like for instance, there is black cohosh, you shouldn't give. And the jatropha or Barbados seed, you should not give those people that are pregnant, because they can cause abortion. Adaptogens, these herbs that help us adapt to stress by supporting the adrenal glands, the endocrine, they kill holistically. Okay, so these medicines that will help you to adapt to stress, like examples are ginseng root, nettle leaf, sarsaparilla, licorice root, ashwagandha, and many more. Rosemary, lavender, these ones, they help us to adapt to stress. So when a person has issues to do with stress and other things, that's the reason ashwagandha today is on the market, because a lot of people, they are stressed, they use ashwagandha. Ginseng root is also in Chinese, they use it and it's on the market. Sarsaparilla is local, you can use. Licorice is Hindi, but it's also found in the Indian shops. You can use licorice root. Okay, but don't give licorice roots to those people who have low hypertension, because it is going to elevate. It's used for those people with low hypertension. That is hypertension, low BP. Alterative, known as blood cleansers. So they are alterative. These alterative herbs or drugs, they are used in cancer issues. Understand that? Because they are blood cleansers. So you have to have alterative herbs when you are treating cancer. Okay, you have to cleanse the blood. So if you are talking about cleansing the blood, you just need to look for a herb that is an alterative herb. Okay, these herbs improve the lymphatic system or circulation, they boost the immunity, and help clear chronic conditions, particularly of the skin as well. Okay. These herbs help chronic conditions because they aid in the elimination of metabolic toxins. Alternatives may be prescribed for sores, for boils, tumors, and cancers. That is the alternative. So if a person has cancer, look for medicine that will clean the blood. Okay. In addition, there are parasites and worms, helping the treatment of infectious, contagious diseases and epidemics. Flu, acne, herpes, that there's herpes zoster, herpes simplex. Okay, herpes, herpes private parts. There are these. And venereal diseases also respond to this type of herb because they are cleansers. Okay. So examples are one, aloe vera, ginseng, sandalwood, red clover, burdock, uvausi or bearberry. Oh, sorry. Yes, bearberry. This is not uvausi. Bearberry. Uvausi. This is bearberry. Okay, black pepper, the cinnamon, myrrh, the one we talked about in the Bible, and the safflower. Okay, so cinnamon is very good for that. Myrrh, but locally we know we use neem also can cleanse. It's a blood cleanser. Aloe vera is a blood cleanser. Where we link bohea is a blood cleanser as well. So there are a lot of them that are blood cleansers. Okay. Okay, second. So blood cleanser, the other name of blood cleanser is what? Alterative. You should be mastering that because we are looking at herbal technology. Okay, amobicide, these helps treat illnesses caused by amoeba. Okay, e.g. amoebic dysentery. Okay. So issues to do. So if you want to use, did I give an example on this one? No, I didn't give. So the ones that would do handle dysentery is like horseweed. Horseweed is very common, so you can write it down. I didn't put here what. So you can write horseweed, neem handles dysentery. Horseweed also handles dysentery. That it treats dysentery. It's a teaspoon. You're making an infusion. Neem is half teaspoon. That is powder. Analgesic or anodinous. Analgesic is against pain. This helps reduce or eliminate pain. Examples are camphor. Camphor, you know, camphor oil, they apply. They use it for applying. Okay. All of which are marabon. Those are analgesic. Okay. Mavix, Masunami. Okay. Those are analgesic. So muja Masunami maybe mlikamfa tsunami is just a brand name, but what is the ingredient of tsunami? And now you're able to understand. Maybe there's camphor, chamomile, cinnamon, cloves. These are used for echinacea. Yes, for pain, benumbing pain. Tsunami muntu akadola mutu simati muombozole kazuri. Musana. When you say the flora bone. Those are analgesic. Analgesic. So if this is an analgesic, you have to know, saying they are talking about painkiller.
Yeah, what is so interesting, Brother Keagan, about this lesson is I'm more interested in where we have these examples. When you say cinnamon, how do you use cinnamon to treat pain? Cloves, okay, lavender. So these are things that we have. Like there, it is interestingly saying even cabbage leaves.
Yes, cabbage. Like for instance, clove. Clove, where person has toothache. So was that thing? Why come? Or they will gargle. They will just get water, put water and put cloves there and put and gargle. Then they chant. Or they will just chew the clove. Others they make a mistake by getting a clove and insert it where there is a hole. Clove very effective for toothache. They know that. The Indians they make it into oil where they will put clove oil. So, but when you make this as essential oil, yes, clove powder is there. You buy the same clove and put it in a blender, you make powder. Very simple. So there's clove powder. The difference is clove powder is that it's not as pungent or effective as So if you buy clove as it is, you go and make powder, it will be very effective. Understand the difference, huh? You understand? Ati? If you buy clove powder, it will not be as effective, just like black pepper. Black pepper is not as effective as the black pepper, or the seeds of black pepper.
So meaning
Because when you pound, there's osmosis. They lose.
So you will not be sure when they were found.
Yes,
so
you
meaning the longer they stay after being found, the more they lose their potency.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So feverfew, they use it for headache. So they take as an infusion tea. Lavender also they use it tea for headaches, migraine headaches and other headaches. You use that. That's what you mean. Even like if chemist maziwa kuliati diclofenac, cafimo, paracetamol, never indiziva, right? These are analgesic painkillers. But in a herbal category, it's because clove or what, so we have headache goes. Okay. Lavender flower, very common. Lavender flower, you neka white. So mukayona bambiri wama kumayadi like at unza Jubilee, they were just making their garden. If you go to just to a place, mama viika chiri ma flower, when a flu like rosemary, my baby, they are big and they are white. Okay, that's how lavender looks like. Then if they flower, they flower, they are purple. Okay, very good lavender. So if you don't have lavender in the rosemary, because rosemary and lavender, they work very similar. All of them, they are for headache, stress. Okay, they work.
And then there's also a belief that rosemary works to cleanse the memory loss.
It's not a belief. It works. It was proven. Because even smelling, inhaling rosemary was very good for, they say, hair grey, what do you call, memory issues, headache, and cleansing the blood. Epilepsy, rosemary is very good for that.
Yeah, so maybe sometimes maybe how we use it is what matters. So how do we use rosemary?
In what cases? For what? For
as a tea
memory.
or
Yes,
memory?
tea. Yeah. For tea, for memory users, tea. Every time infusion you make, especially you want to relax, so you can make as an evening tea, where you take a small lavender tea or maisi ya chabe. Others they now started selling or muma golden occult kutuma diffuser, where they put lavender, incense, then wagona chabe, then to start tungena mutupi twangena. You know that you can administer medicine by steaming. Twangena through breathing. Okay, this is best used in the evening for you to relax. So you can make a tea. Yeah? Yes, others use it as a culinary. A culinary to flavor the what, it will help you, but it will not be as very effective. Yes. So culinary, they use lavender as the for culinary purposes. Sorry, rosemary also for culinary purposes, as putting it in the food. Okay.
So as the tea, you boil it with water or you boil water?
No, infusion, you after you boiled water, you put a teaspoon, then you drink. You feel the effect. If you take during the day, it makes you relax. That is how it is. It makes you very much relaxed. So those people with stress, who undergo stress, issues to do with the depression, those who don't rest, they have issues to do with the apnea, sleep interruption, and issues to do snoring. Those that snore in the night, take rosemary. You stop snoring. Rosemary tea. It does. It does. So others, instead of taking vijavama piriton, not kutenga vama piriton. Mkumwazima jabe manandani. Or mumpasa jabe ti rosemary. Mupasa mwana rosemary. Apumula kwa mbo. Rosemary is very good for children as well.
Me, I always buy full sister of India. No, she gets from Soweto.
Okay. Time manja. Okay, so the cabbage leaves. Yes, Sister Bumba.
Yes, Paddy rosemary. Yeah, can you even sniff that scent? Can you? Well, was it killer?
That what?
The
Was
rosemary.
the sevens are.
Can you do that?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It will even be faster. If you do steam inhalation, it is faster. It goes direct to the blood. That's how steam inhalation works.
Okay.
Than in drinking. Oral administration is slow. Most of people they know. Oral administration is slow. But smoking is faster. That's the reason why double so. Okay. Yeah. Hello?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, your hand is still raised, so we thought you had a new question.
Kaya nukacho sabwanja aka.
Tapping up of foot.
Yeah, that's mwagacho mwaziwa mwachosa.
Thank you.
Okay.
So in short, Munkwala uli wonse. There is administration of Munkwala. Munkwala uli wonse. Remuneration. Kuibema. Munkwala ungaibeme. Yes, that's what you have to understand. Unga using what do you call kumwa oral administration, bako administration, or sublingual waika hapa so aka mnaona oro sunko aiga right or waika under the tongue through the ear aika mkwana. These are the administration of medicine. Okay, yamene kulena ngama ipaunda so baika kule maybe na adjuvant wakawe bit of black pepper kaini waika hapa ingena mtupi bako. There's a anal administration waingene sau. Kulena using there's a certain person who ana BP ya kwera maningi azatenga chabe gariki amu meresa gariki na kutenga garlic of the Indians, they use it very much. Okay, so I learned it also from Mrs. Malambo. She had the BP. So every time BP goes up, the sun used to travel. It stays in that is it in Lusaka West. So every time the sun would driver going to the hospital, so they used to, so India now that iwe BP yako makola mingi, so ya kuvutisa tenga gariki waimera inango kangono wamera kenango washita insert in the what in the anus. Okay, start insert in the anus. Then uzaona tablet BP ya bwera, the nerves they just come ya bwera bwino ankara bwino. Okay, so administration not just to be limited. You want full administration. There are situations where a person cannot drink. What do? You look at administration, another route of this person taking the medicine. Which method? You have to know. Maybe it will be now through the anus. Okay. There's also vaginal administration. Vaginal administration, females, they know that. Where a woman, she has fungal issues. She's going to use what? She'll use it, could even have a tablet where they insert. Understand? But that does not mean only she can insert it. There's the other medicine that she can insert. The microvilli that are found in the vagina, in the anus, and in the mouth, they are the same. They can absorb medicine. There's also the skin. This is skin. I don't know why she calls it the little mouths. These little mouths, they absorb also medicine. This the skin. There's medicine where you can apply on the skin, then it is absorbed. Like for instance, the one we took analgesic. Mwazole katabe. Dabati pale kakubawa. Understand? Then another one where you can what you call okay, where mungalase. Mulasa. Kulasa, there's a kulasa through the muscle. Balasa itanireti ama tilasa nizi bai. Tilasa paso. Ola ilasa pa gluteus. Oromula sira pa wama kamba noti kulasa papajanya pa bonzo. So azagwira then it will be from here. Okay, but not pa bonzo, but ingena straight. That is intramuscular administration. Balasa, that is another administration. There's administration through the veins. Jamaitana kanula. Unika kanula. Unasha kanulate. Mvera na bwino na katem. Na even administration is kuliena ngoja used administer through the bone, direct in the bone. You know, in the bone, that's where all the cells are made, inclusive of blood. Blood is made from the bone. Bone marrow. Matenda ya vuta maningi, administration through the bone. Angenesa kulasa kufika mboni. Ngenesa mkwala mjamboni. There's administration. So we shouldn't be limited in terms of administering what? Mkwala. Okay.
Me, I want to go back to Sister Umba's question.
Yes.
On the steaming using
yeah, rosemary.
Rosemary. Yeah, how much quantity?
Steaming,
Yeah.
steaming.
As much as
steaming itaiga that pork, especially kazako semu magamba rosemary what do you call essential oil. Rosemary essential oil to be a drop, to be like 3 drops. Because that one is very effective. If you buy rosemary, especially if you look for rosemary, just be buying my essential oil, you will see the one that because there's a difference between rosemary vija hivi powder na vijana vijana Vamina vija rosemary ndio chusa steam moyo kai kubago cup maybe to essential oil to zangara to drop. So if you manage to buy essential oil rosemary, you just do a drop, 3 drops, you steam inhalation. But if you have uchan, you can put vambiri kapena mfuna mpole fast mwingati vambiri so then much that
Ufaka
steam.
saka yonse.
Ungafake saka yonse.
and then wazigwirikira kuza.
Wazigwirikira kuza. Kapena uona izasira fast saka umutenga oro cup oro handi fo mwaika. Munaika muuchani. Munaika ngati madrop. Ya 3 tu. It's just so essential oils is 3 drops because they are very effective. Even dosaging, you dilute with water, or 1 drop when you are taking. Those are essential because they're very concentrated. Because for just the oil to come from rosemary, so
You look at the waste.
yes. Yes. Charlie? Essential, they are called essential oil. As long as they've written essential oil means that they extracted the oil. If they say rosemary essential, they extracted the oil from rosemary. It's essential. There is no oil added. That's what it means. If the word is there, essential oil. Okay, they extracted rosemary oil. Yeah, but rosemary oil, it means rosemary was infused in oil. Eucalyptus, they have to write eucalyptus essential oil. It means that it was eucalyptus they extracted from the plant. Yes.
So, but if there's no word essential, it means it was just infused.
Infused.
So they get some oil, then they put some eucalyptus there, or
that's what it means. So it becomes very drop. You see, and all of them, the oils, like the wave tsunami. The tsunami, we don't know what in the ingredients. So they may be mixed to my essential oil. Maybe batenga kafa, batenga, like the way they've brought scorpion. Scorpion, it's just what do you call peppermint. It's just peppermint oil. So peppermint essential oil, just peppermint. So immokweta nje scorpion. Someone, but essential oil. So there are others. There's even a course. Those people that just use, instead of using my herbs in terms of powder and others, there are others that have just gone using herbs in form of essential oils. Okay, so they just make it rosemary essential oil, neem essential oil, chan. Then you are just using medicine in form of what?
Oils.
Yes, in essential oils. Understand?
So now, you know, in life, one thing that we can't avoid is manipulation. People can put a sticker, say essential oil, because of for market purposes. Yeah. So, what's the best place to acquire that from?
Essential oils in Zambia are very scarce. I don't know. This knowledge hasn't really come because of the machinery. So essential oils, you don't really find them. When more they used to sell essential oils at a small bottle, small bottle, selling essential oils in the side ordering is this to many to brand, because how they have convinced us to use essential oils in Zambia is by this to many to tsunami. Because the tsunami, when it came, like if I was discussing essential, we wouldn't have known without the example of the tsunami. Okay, so the tsunami has won the market. Then now they've brought what you call scorpion, they've brought anaconda. These are just essential. So they're essential oils. But if they are just to write essential oils, and the eucalyptus, it won the market when time of COVID. You see. So essential oils is scarce here in Zambia, very scarce. If like I want to buy myself, I'm looking for essential oils, it will be difficult for me to find. I go in ShopRite, maybe in Zapeza, they don't have. Nendeko umoyo, they will be maybe exorbitant, and maybe they will only have 2. So now what I'll do, I'll go now, I'll be forced to go and buy the minute to tsunami, or since Apamia I learned saying, okay, scorpion is peppermint. So if I want to look for peppermint, I check kula kaja scorpion, then na chan. So even in pharmacy now, they sell essential oils. So you just have to look for them. But it's very difficult to say which best place to buy essential oils in Zambia. So there's another one that I was checking on the net. I don't know, it was sponsored by the whites or what. He's a black man. he makes essential oils. He does. So the problem is machinery here in Zambia, where you can make extract and be making essential. You understand? Okay. This is 11:50.
Let us just don't skip. Let us just follow them one by one, whatever day will finish. Isn't it, Brother Bernard? Yes, because we want to know these names and what they mean.
Okay. So an aphrodisiac, there's aphrodisiac. So an aphrodisiac is an opposite word for aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac, it means ikupasa chilaka cho to have sex. You understand? That is a term. Aphrodisiac. So an aphrodisiac, it means si kupasa chilaka kutusizani okumane na nani na mkazi, or mkazi kumana na mamuna. An aphrodisiac. So this helps decrease or delay sexual desire feelings. Okay. Even Devon Eren White and Kambapo Maningi, when you are looking at masturbation, not to kudia maningi mas spicy, remember. Because if videta utamangisa tupi. Hey, understand, right?
So what examples do you have for
An aphrodisiac? But we're discovering this. If I say this is an end of because I have my examples. Because in tradition, in African tradition, okay, in African tradition, they used to use the yeah. And in African tradition, for men, they were using issues to do with the like females. They said don't take eggs, and they undergo to munkwala tujama kamba to malepe to master nambo deni kamba kwenda kutoka njia. So there are those to my pod kuli to my seed. So didn't carry them. I didn't know that there'll be something like this. So kuli to my seed. So kazo so uzaona flu kuli chironda huko kulipo gwirako, thou shall not touch it. Be numbs, you know numbing. Uona flu libe program. So you know there are many types, but utoma seed ukaika chati papa waika moja kulibe sanga gwireko uja sanga zibe kwa sensitive kuliko clitoris sanga zibe. Okay, that is benambi. Then you always know circumcision wale utu wachosa kulibe suzazi chani mas feelings amaenda blow the golo. In Chinese, ma Chinese medicine meve waitenga hii aika mu rice to insert it in rice so that it benumbs the senses here. Rice, yes, rice. I mean, it just up rice. It ain't much phone. It ingenesa. Muchan then you first the gate insert there rice. Okay. So you see in this tradition, they were helping us not to vera senses ma sense maningi. Then we discover accidental discoveries of that is what I wanted to say. Okay, that's what I mean. Yes, I've already said the circumcision at my nkakulangizani soka city. pazachati kasidi kamene mama olo mkafunse tradition kasidi kamene ama kaphwanya na mwala linatengako kachosa kasidi kachosa tu oil so fruit essential oil then wazolekako you feel numbness numbness. So this is the idea of what is this? I want something. My Congo dust it will make you rise. Congo dust, but Congo dust it benumbs the senses, but it makes the channel rise. That is the difference. But Dave, Ipaya. Yeah. Wanted to give you an example.
Or just for it weekends for hours or for days?
For days, yes. For a day. Like for females, they say day. That you the entire day. Or not. Yes. Rice, mucha la bense, mwaitenga rice maizo. Mwaikamo programu mkati.
Rice ibisi.
Rice ibisi.
No sapiko.
No sapiko. Very good.
Rice
Adia ni undara.
Asakala afunza ati how.
How? Program yangu.
Asakala machosa. Matenga rice. Waikalo then mwangene samu. Follow.
So you would do it for 30 minutes. Maika pe hapo ni patience man. So you ni patience yan. Mankara che kai what your aim is binambi. My senses ya sire. Ate? It's effective. In Marchan, they would do it even for 1 week. Like if you continue doing it, because this one it will also help you with the Vijatenzo Punzira. You take you back to click or let it to prevent also premature ejaculation. My senses yaenda kupatana. Or you understand? Because my weaknesses ya mamuna where mamuna udapa pamene hapo wasiriza. You understand? Why? Because of the senses which are there. Umangoje ku sense nishiwaenda hiyo. So ya jama senses mwacho sago pangono kuti yatabe. Understand? That is the sole purpose. So here we're talking an aphrodisiac. They have that decrease or delay sexual what? Feelings. Desire. Versus.
So now, meaning you have skipped aphrodisiac.
Number 2, there's an aphrodisiac. Yes, so where is aphrodisiac? No.
Up.
No. It means did I? So meaning I've skipped.
Skipped it.
Okay. Okay, so aphrodisiac. Katika mejebe aphrodisiac. Manje afro. Have I skipped it for real? Maybe it haven't. Because which one comes here? An aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac was supposed to be the first one.
API. Okay. So aphrodisiac here, if ikupasa wajani, muzi waife kuchipata kulijani kulivugwe. Even maclove na even aphrodisiac. Maka wazungu ambao zinga mamaka tuja toka mbati sweet lady. Twambili mamaka valo kuti inavo maningi kapera ati mugwinti nikufunza mwanzo ufunza mzaona zakuzani mambiri vantu but makolobo yamaseweza kubakazi vamawazinga maningi for females but isetiziwa kulipazuka vija vipazuka chijama chimankala chikulu so ukachisheta funi shaba so pazuka bena ngoma pitamo ndaba wapita sama na chintu so cheve bakachitenga chonse chisheteka funi shaba
ujamna punda 7 hours not chija
kaya kapera mapunda 7 hours but the identification is that chimankala chikulu so lo wachichema nyema so then usheta pena ngoma kama na tushaba sheta okay or sausage or nipaja by example sausage fruit sausage fruit ama uzinga both for males and females for aphrodisiac chija vena ngoma ona fruit chokulisi chija chitani sausage so chija pakachigaya tonse chima sebenza kushazani kukumwa mkazi or mwamuna for yes sausage 3 for aphrodisiac those are aphrodisiacs. And the Chinese them, as we don't know why we don't know. And in that time, mufuna mwana low energy levels are in the low. So them they say building the kafa energy vitality. So mama ambache kumwa jambo kumwa for 1 week so that mpampu mvera chari mambo vera to week. Hai. Wamamba kumwa ija chabe 1 month wakumwa kuti mpamvu zibwerere. Okay. Zibwerere kuti mpamvu zibwerere ukhale muntu. That's what they use. Yes. Ndetikamba kuli bantu the others that like mamuna kuli satariasis or satar people ndiye ajafunisisa maningi kufunisisa sivili bwino bitai hai kuli na male females that bafunisisa kuli benango dabati ma problem dabati anakwatide mukazi amene afunisisa maningi funisisa excessive sexual desire afunika mukora bwanyi mpasa anaphrodisiac na kumushta you limit ma spices na maegesi kudya so that machani yawe is suppressed. Others that they do not have sexual chance so ndiye at least dabwatolo 1 month muchita sexual desire kulibe kuchitira upapatira so ndiye vijamanje that's when now an aphrodisiac will do what will apply on this side hai
aphrodisiac
ongera so imankhalako chabe penango ni penanga wenzeli munyamata yamboenda lo so mufunika chani aphrodisiac so ku boosting then amada mwana bebe bakaliko na pam bafunisisa imo pamvu za enda yeah kapera dipiti ya bai kukamba sorry wanifunza kuti wanifunza that is there a time that you can use ichi machuzinga na ichi machuzinga kazako mukamba tumavicha combine that's what you're asking or ask it maybe I didn't Oh, yeah, sure, Binam. But there are others that whose bodies like this they don't use. If they use them, baza tiram sank. Do you know that? Do you understand? My senses over the experiences where a person would take the six and aphrodisiac. My senses is their pack out. As I said, nchito izankhala shortened. But if sanatenge, my senses yali low. Okay? Yali low as a pitiliza. Cases like that, and those they don't know wajandiwa jama kapata inenika vimwa hivi pamene mkola tabati dabwa nishita fast mulungu nani panga jabe ni machedo. There are cases like that, so I hope I'm answering you. So if you know that you are built like that, my senses yalipatali mukamwa bija viza kushita increase my senses, then you mwashita msanga. So you have to know that. Anesthetic na series apai takala maningi pa aphrodisiac. Ade? As a Christian. As a Christian, yes. Mutara, you know, that's the problem with the people who are Christians. They think as if you can't use aphrodisiac. All Christians, they have, if these are herbs, we are talking of herbs, you use aphrodisiac because God is the one who designed sex. Okay? Fidelity, not sex in marriage. Sex in marriage. A bed chamber. In the bed chamber. Okay? Because there's another one that they call, says the glue that holds the home is faithful sex. The glue that holds the home, the family, is sex. Faithful sex. If there's sex or faithful sex in the house, issues happen. Issues happen. You understand? So that's the reason you need to learn these. You need to learn Muju, which was designed by God to help you. In the Bible, we learned of Manderek. Manderek given, which one? Rachel, I mean, is it Leah gave Rachel okay, an aphrodisiac. So unless you have some information that from the Bible that says that we should not use medicine, aphrodisiac medicines in the Bible. Wait. Because if what was the purpose of why we're learning? If there's a problem, you are not there when we are discussing this in depth. While we talked about, we shouldn't have excess sex. If you have excess sex, is what? Sin. It is a sin to have excess sex. Yes. So we need sex because if a woman wants sex every time, she wants to kill you. She doesn't love you. Yeah. Yes, she wants to kill you. So you go back to the lessons that we had on this one. You go back, you understand why she wants to kill you. Yes.
Because family, you've seen what happened. As man, I'm supposed to buy this from those people. Understand?
Manje swambera.
Ati bari online swambira.
Bafuna mvera ku voice yan. No, that is man. And then so problem abanje ndika dafa yaja kapani mankwala ndi mankwala so baja baye bafuna kuti bakulisa bakutandiza moni imwe akutandizani imwe mfuniko kulisa SDA mugulise yaja mankwala imwe simuziba bayenda mu road ambogulisa so those are herbs. It's not that they are not herbs, they are herbs. So it's up to you now to choose to buy them or not to buy them, but they are herbs. Nobody convinces this because there a lot of people now, they are who bazooka, kafupa, mizwa kafupa ya bemba, ni kafupa ija. So you can say that chifuka aja pita murodi, agulisa kafupa. Sima, nima herbs, they are herbs. They are selling kafupa. Oro kachekinga kafupa, yone kabwani ni amene, ni kafupa ija. Ni kafupa. The only thing is that they'll just exaggerate marketing strategy. But what they are selling is their herbs. So it's up to you now to buy them or not. Because even especially because they know, yes, because they know that people utundito nakonda natuja kulitusoti tuja to pesa tupi. Mama yika na tusoti baziba. So you, if you think that EVI, they are herbs. They are herbs. You just need to master them, to have knowledge of them, and master them. And once you master them, then you'll be able to even tell about ufuna bubwene. Namere turudisa sivubwe yaiturudisa ni jane ni bazuka kaidi bazuka ina vimazi ina jani ina ilifuru delele, you understand ipakisa sperm semen so delele na hivi au kamboishi imasa jani okay ikutu kidina food so bazuka na ipakisa sperm ikusheta imveka furusheta delele olovimamina vija kulivima fruit manje vemva kulisa maningi vija au kulivinango vemva bwera market vija ama kulisa vija vawaitwa imo mwavuo na mutamba tabe nikudya nikugula vija wagula mwadya you have to buy those. They will help with this liquefying time and quality sperm you buy. Yes. Yes, Sister Chimuka. Good.
Yes, I wanted to find out, the inspiration has encouraged us like not to have regular sex or too much sex. But then again, the scientific world says when a man is not having regular sex, they are likely to suffer from prostate cancer. Is that true?
Suffer from prostate cancer. Okay. Prostatitis. Yes. That is not a scientific word. Those are just rumors which I've been seeing on the media. They post. Because what happens is that when you learn the science, the prostate gland, the color of sperm is different. You know, I understand that. Sperm when it is produced is different. So the one that gives it that color is the color monati chokako white chani is the prostate gland. That is the work, prostate gland. Okay. So the overuse of the prostate gland, prostate gland, overuse of the prostate gland, it will cause prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate. When the prostate has been overused, it will cause cancer. The world have turned that upside down, saying if you do not use, you don't have the of prostate. That is not true. It is the overuse. Today, the reason why a lot of people have prostate cancer because there's too much sex. And too much sex, it causes the overuse of the prostate gland. Okay? And using all those that are true to themselves, once they overuse the prostate gland, also discusses that a lot is inflammation prostate. I've been seeing that on the media. They post, no, too much, you have to have sex. What? Because it is killing you. And the prostate, you know, prostate the way they will do now. Actually, even the treating of prostate, just go to the treating of prostate and those people who have prostate cancer. They give them medicine that is against sex. They give them an aphrodisiac. That's the medicine, okay? Okay, so these ones, they say the idea is that they don't want the prostate to come. So mazambo kula maziba, my feeling and down is mazambo stand function. That's the medicine they will give you. Mazambo lasi nyereti, yameneo an aphrodisiac nyereti na ameneo ma tablet mazambo kuma throughout until death do them apart. That's what they do. Okay. So that the sexual desire, that's how they kill or treat prostate cancer. So if they treat prostate cancer using that method, then mukambadi kulapula maningi ndiye kulengesa prostate ndibwere. How are they treating it that way? And if the prostate gland is the one that is used during ejaculation to add color to sperm, okay? And you say when you use it very much, that's when it's not inflamed or do not have what? How? Understand? So those are the myths. I've been seeing them on the media. What they post like that. They want a lot of sex in the world so that people die fast. That is what is happening. Because cancer, when I discuss cancer here, because Ellen White in Adventist Home, she says women, they've killed men that manner. And men in Solomon Appeal says men have sent their wives early to the grave because of too much sex. Wakufa maningi akazi. Matenda ya wapeleka mani ku grave ya mene ya kuvipinda. Na matenda ya peleka abakazi maningi kufa ni vamene hivi excessive sex. Okay. Mamveza sasa sister Jimoga.
Yes, Namvel. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. And why tell him begin about here? Yes. Yes, too much sex. When you interact with them, just have a normal interaction. After sex, the experience after sex, but there's a lot of inflammation here, pain here, when I'm going to crown ice. You don't know the experience aftermath.
Okay, now the question is, normal Okay, okay, two numbers are passed. No more sexual.
Yes, there's cancel. Cancel has that on it. Cancel.
No.
Yes. Cancel has that. And kulipo kapura funo kapura gani. You see, cancel has that. I don't know. Maybe you think as if me, I'm just talking. Open sexual what? Sorry, my people. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he's one that was that lesson. The more we do sex, now we see that when that sperm comes out, most of the times we see that man's shape, but that is blood. On Sakar, German blood. Manje ungara that they don't go to some blood. They don't go to some blood. Ishomoa kozangara bunch foot. It will be reduced, not so. So never let us connect. Now is come but I know to bunch think that kufa fast. Now we can foot that blood is coming out. So the more you be moving blood from your body, better now. Because Mama never is.
Yes. So mufunika kupozisiwa wanike. Hey, especially with your wife, guys, she will not understand when you have this knowledge. You go home, she will not. What you have learned.
Wana mkazi winangu.
Adi?
Oh,
Adijani?
Inveka.
Anyway,
No, I thought that admitted. I was just saying ati wana mkazi winangu.
Hey, azagamba te ana mkazi winangu. Yeah. Atuwai sana pula. Mkazi mwamuna wanga anapali na mkazi winangu. Ani chitinga.
You said page what?
Kama pale sexual first date, sexual relationship. Kuli jati compared in the second chapter. Yeah.
You said this
Compared. A bit of the sexual function, arrangement. This is self-agreement, mind, emotion, manage, care, email, sentiment, implement, injury, trust, rewards. Pharma compared, but matrimonial access, another. Compared, place to be. Maintain beginning of private, victorious, excessive. You know? Always.
I think there's a comment in the chat. Let me just. Okay. Sister Chimuka asked the question, is it allowed to have sex early in the early hour of Saturday evening or Friday?
Yes, you can answer it.
Well, palifunzo what we share, is it okay to have sex? Like Sabbath, senseni, you have sex with your partner, then or pajazuwa inge na chape pa Friday kumazulo muli Sabbath hours. Is it allowed? Wamwale, come close. Yeah, yes. Okay. Mwali Aziz checking. You found it?
Okay, yes, you can.
Okay, okay. Sister Chimuka, as we wait for Grammar to look for that quote, we want to look at the question from Brother Moses Sakala, who wanted to know if it is okay, or how many times are recommended to. Okay. Namwe batembo ba Sister Wumba, Brian Ngwenya, Brother Christopher Banda, you can also help with the questions that are on the floor. You are free to contribute. It's not only those that are here. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here it begins. It says matrimonial excess. This is solemn appeal, beginning from page 233, paragraph 3. It says as follows. Matrimonial excess in having sex in marriage, excess. So here it begins as, but this is not the only form of sin assumed by this propensity. So yam ichokera, licentiousness. Okay, that's the reason it begins with but. But this is not the only form of the sin assumed by this propensity. It invades marriage life and sows the seeds of misery within the hallowed pale of a wedlock. Not now hard to those who, though married, seek foreign indulgence, but to those who know their only legal companion only. Legal companion. This will surprise many who are married. Okay? Because they think themselves entitled to any desired amount of indulgence. They're kind of married, so I can have any time as I want. Okay? Further, nature knows nothing about human enactments. Nature doesn't care whether it's your wife or illegal or what. But if you excess, you reap the results. Excessive indulgence between husband and wife produces all the consequences shown in the last chapter to result from excessive amativeness. A miserable victim of a cannibal excess is hardly less miserable than the victim of if the pronunciation is correct. A newly married husband once called upon a medical friend of the author to prescribe for what was supposed to be venereal disease contracted from his wife. Soon after, she called on the same errand, both causing each other of having given the disease. Okay? He told both that their hymenal excess had inflamed and diseased both. So it's excess. Excess. And prescribe moderation. But what stamps effectually the seal of nature's reprobation on excessive matrimonial indulgence is its destruction of the health of a woman. Is it not a most prolific cause of those distressing female complaints which are prematurely, okay, and seriously impair most of the balance? Testifies doctors Shewood, Banning, Holick, Benjamin, and others in this line of practice. Are not these complaints alarmingly prevalent and occasioned mainly by excessive indulgence? Do not thousands of women die annually in consequence? Speak out, he weakly nervous wives. Speak out. The problem is that women, they will not say. They will not say. Because after that, there is them who are going to suffer. After the act, they are the ones who are going to pain back pains, pain there. Then they try to sit in salt water, ice water, and other things. It's them. Okay, so Council tells them, saying, speak out. Okay, speak out here now dying by wretched inches of these diseases, and say whether your sufferings were not caused. Yeah, okay. Anyway, you've seen now there's a clue. We're not just discussing, talking, huh? You've seen, huh? Okay. Council goes even deeper than this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so here is it allowed to have sex in the early hours of Saturday or evening of Friday? So in short, is it allowed to have sex on the Sabbath?
Early hours.
So that is a discussion of another day. We're going to, once we find the courts, because if we just say you will not accept, we need to find the courts. Okay, so once we find the courts, we are going to address this. So we end here for today. Okay, so we have just taken note of your question, Sister Chimuka, that is it okay to have sex on the Sabbath? That's what you mean. Okay, thank you. Which one?
This. All right. Thank you so very much for your participation. So, Sister Chimuka's question has been taken note of. So, we'll be able to start on it next Sabbath during our continued look at the aphrodisiacs. As Brother Keagan was protesting that we have spent much more time on this one. So, we see that these people. So Brother Mwale will look for the court that will be able to help on that one. So we pray Brother Mwale comes early, the Sabbath after next, so that we helped on that one. Or better still, he can forward the court, and then plus the other courts that will be made available. We look at that one so that we are helped. And like it has been observed, on aphrodisiacs and anaphrodisiacs, these needed to be with our wives present so that each one may know. If they demand too much, then they needed to take anaphrodisiacs, okay, just to lessen. And then if we also feel we are weak as men, we need to boost our energies so that we meet the demands. But the danger is the more we indulge on these, we find ourselves where the bad part is. Sometimes when you reach your low levels, maybe it is the body telling you to say, don't indulge for now, because no man has ever been in the low level all the way up to his death. Then it means the person maybe could be suffering from other conditions like sugar, prostate, yes. So then we need to have those checked. But if we have those checked and we are okay, it just shows that our body is needed to rest a while. So, like to give a quick answer to Brother Sakara's question, we find that inspiration will tell us that once or twice a week is better for married couples to have sex. Yeah, because that gives them enough time. And when you say once, it doesn't mean that now you go 1 hour. Such the next will be next week. No, no. That is not what inspiration encourages. Every time where you leave the bed, all of you satisfied, not where one takes sick. Okay, so those are just some of the cautions that we'll be able to look at more when we meet the other Sabbath. Otherwise, thank you so very much for your participation and your questions. At this time, we shall invite Brother Bernard Chibwana to come and give us the closing prayer. He prays also for the food as we are to meet for the afternoon session of our studies. Brother Bernard, can we kneel down?
Our Lord in heaven, we come before the throne of grace through your Son Jesus Christ. We thank you for the lesson that we've learned this morning. May your Spirit help us to understand it even much better, and that everything that we've learned, may He give us the strength to apply it appropriately into our lives. May you also be with us as we're about to break for lunch. May you bless the food that we're about to partake of, that it may bring strength and nourishment to our bodies. It is in the name of Jesus Christ that we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, thank you very much. This marks the end of our morning session. Let us meet again at 14:30 as we will go into another Bible study. God bless us all. Bye-bye for now.